in the regular season. Vegas looking for payback, and we are underway.
And I cannot emphasize this enough, that we are seeing a potential playoff matchup here in August of what this could look like in the postseason.
Mitchell up and off, Wilson the board. So many great matchups in this ball game. Here's Gray. Wilson going to work against Boston. The pull-up J won't go. Talbot crashing the glass, and is slapped out of bounds where it will stay with Las Vegas. Becky Hammon, Candace, one of the greats. I mean, that win percentage is unreal.
It puts her already on the Mount Rushmores of WNBA coaches, just what she's been able to do in her tenure with the Aces and the way the Aces style of play, as Jackie Young almost gets the N1, kind of has transcended the style of play in the WNBA.
And Stephanie White, head coach, Indiana. Again, this franchise means so much to her. She was a part of the inaugural squad of the Indiana Fever as a player, a part of the first and only championship squad as an assistant coach for the Fever in 2012, led them to a Commissioner's Cup title last season. This franchise means more to her than most.
And they say if you love it, you come back. And Stephanie White came back to take on this challenge to lead the Fever to another championship.
Young got 2 at the line. Second offensive possession for Indiana. Clark with the handle. Shadowed by Smith. Pull up off the heel. Talbot quickly ahead to Young. Smith running the floor to the rack. Put it in.
And Nalissa Smith, you asked Becky Hammon. Nalissa has done a great job of just allowing her energy to have the ball find her. She's not going to get many plays called for her. She's going to run in transition and get those looks.
How about Boston pushing her way inside?
As Aaliyah Boston just shows her dominance off that dribble handoff reject.
Young. Inside. Here's Smith looking to go to work. Cut off by Billings. Shot clock winding down. Hands. Young put it up and off. Rebound. Ricochets into the hands of Mitchell, who is fouled. It looked like Talbot was in the vicinity.
And everyone's talking about the three-point game that Aaliyah Boston has added, but I want to add decision-making off of the dribble handoff. Caitlin Clark missed a number of games last year. Stephanie White put the ball in Aaliyah Boston's hands at the top of the floor. And her reads, her reactions, you talk about the 7 assists she had against the Minnesota Lynx. I mean, to be able to have a forward where you can, I know I'm partial, where you can put the ball in their hands and they can initiate the offense, it's an advantage.
Sounds like you guys have a podcast or something.
I mean, you know.
Boston outside to Clark. Clark, that feed is stolen by Chelsea Gray. Gray surveying the floor. Talbot turns inside, pushes it in.
And that is backside action. You get the ball to one side, you reverse, and you're attacking a closeout defense.
Clark right down the lane, floats it up and off. Billings tied up, and we're going to have a jump ball.
Right here, Caitlin Clark throws off the double. Chelsea Gray sniffing that out. And then this is what I'm talking about, backside action. You're able to then attack, get downhill, get to the paint, and Talbot makes something happen.
Jump ball, won by Indiana. Clark going at Gray. Clark inside, too strong, and Smith clears it for Vegas. Indiana just 1 for 5 here in the early going, and we'll have a foul here. It's going against Monique Billings. Her first, second team foul on Indiana. And the Fever coming off that loss in the last outing to Minnesota. They have been terrific here at home, averaging over 100 points a contest. Wilson, no good. Clark with the rock. Pocket pass to Billings, right down the lane, over to Boston. Boston puts it home.
And that right there is just patience and strength. Aaliyah's body allows her to be able to pump fake and step through just about anybody.
top 2 offenses in the WNBA. Chelsea Gray with the midi.
And the mid-range is very much alive for both of these teams. We have 2 deadly scorers from the mid-range position in Kelsey Mitchell and Chelsea Gray.
Elite. Mitchell is lonely. Short on the long 2, and here's Wilson ahead to Young.
And Vegas got lucky on that one. I guarantee that was not the game plan for Becky Hammon to leave Kelsey Mitchell wide open at the 3.
May see a timeout if she's left that wide open again. Wilson, the shoulder fake off the heel. And Wilson's 0 for 3 so far here in the first. Mitchell, foul. And this is going against Alyssa Smith. Our officials for this one, our crew chief is Roy Gilban alongside Tony Patillo and R.J. Johnson. As you see, Jewel Lloyd, second of the ball game for the Aces.
And it's interesting. Kelsey Mitchell has come off a couple pick and rolls. Obviously, they're going to trap, but it's tough to trap off of handoffs. And so I think their counter has to be dribble handoffs, less screens, more dribble handoffs for Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell got some space and connects. She's shifting. First field goal for Kelsey Mitchell. 8-6 advantage for Las Vegas. Wilson for 3, rimming out. She's missed her first 4 from the floor.
And guess what? It doesn't matter. We've been a part of games where Wilson has been 2 of 8 from the field and ended up with 35. It doesn't matter if she starts slow or fast.
Billings had to corral it first and finally put it in.
And that right there is the Caitlin Clark effect. She dribbles baseline. She's patient. She's already leading in career assists in her first 80 games with 8.4. I mean, just her patience and her ability to find her teammates.
And a foul away from the ball going against Kelsey Mitchell, her first.
Look at this, Kelsey Mitchell. There is no better person getting to their spots, stopping on a dime, whether it's a step back or not. And then right here, Caitlin Clark, you draw 2, you've done your job. As a post player, you relocate and you use your touch around the basket. It is so unbelievable as a post player to play with a great passer.
Here's Young. That's off the mark. Her second shot attempt of the ball game, and a foul on the floor. They're going to keep it here. That's going to be the 4th team foul of the quarter going against Indiana. They're going to be in the penalty the rest of the way. We're at the midway mark of the first.
Right here, you see off this rebound. I guess they got Caitlin on the clear out, but didn't look like much of anything.
First foul on Clark. Wilson with her first field goal.
And right there, getting to her spots, settled in. You can't keep her scoreless for long. She's just so smooth with it.
Oh, Clark with the hezzy. Goes glass. First field goal for Caitlin Clark. 10-10. Wilson, yes. Wilson missed her first 4. She's hit her last 2, and Young
on the opponent, you know, on the opposition, and she's done a great job night in and night out.
Kelsey Mitchell again with the long 2. We're tied up at 12. Gray over to Lloyd. Lloyd wants 3. Off the heel, long rebound. Well, no, to go out of bounds to Indiana. Michaela Timpson, Sophie Cunningham now out there for the Fever.
Well, Vegas coming off of just lethal shooting against the Dream. 10 of 19 from 3, holding them to only 4. Jackie Young herself had 4 threes against the Dream. So I look for Vegas to heat up from beyond the arc.
There's Timpson on bully ball. That is a blocking foul going against Turner. Oof.
Wow. I don't know much Turner could have done there on that play.
So both teams with 4 personal fouls. There were 3:49 to go in the opening quarter.
Hey, we got what the coaches wanted. Coach White and Coach Hammond said they wanted a little defense.
Yes.
Well, we've gotten a little defense to start this game.
Timpson showing the strength and putting it in. First lead of the ball game for Indiana. Lloyd, step back Jay, won't go, and Cunningham the board. Indiana started 2 for 7. They've hit their last 5. Clark on the baseline. Pass inside, threading the needle, and is stolen by Gray.
Vegas's help side low man defense has been spot on here in this first quarter.
Gray down the lane, outside extra pass. This is Evans off the mark on the 3. Timpson the board. Las Vegas shooting just 33% from the floor. Indiana shooting 58%. This is Billings. No. Billings got it back. Billings fouled. Billings in her 9th season out of UCLA. Let's take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Next on Prime, Sparks, Lynx. Tomorrow on Ion, Dream taking on the Mystics, Valkyries and Wings. Then Saturday on CBS, Aces, Lynx. Saturday on ABC, these Fever against the Sky. For more on these games, go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Billings, a versatile player, averaging just under 8 points this season. Here's Wilson, outside, Gray flicks the wrist and connects.
And right there, Chelsea Gray moving off of primary ball handling with Jackie Young in the lineup, now able to catch and shoot, and she is shooting that thing this season.
Oh, Billings with the Euro in the lane. That Chelsea Gray 3 was the first 3-pointer of the ball game from either team. Indiana 0 for 2, and Las Vegas was 0 for 5 before that make. But now 1 for 7, steal off the outlet.
And to your point, Grady, these are two teams that are top 3 in 3-point field goal percentage in the league.
Turnover. First turnover of the ball game for the Aces. Under 2 to go here in the first. Clark got space. Won't drop. Rebound secured by Billings. Outside to Cunningham.
And I think if you're both teams, you're living with the quality of 3-point shots you're getting. I think, you know, you continue to work yourself in the game. You're living with those results because you know eventually you're going to hit them.
Lloyd, bucket, and the foul. And one opportunity for the ageless Jewel Lloyd.
And you overplay in the press. Asia Wilson, you got to stop ball. You come off a 40% 3-point shooter, and then right there, just a little guard-to-guard action. Jewel Lloyd getting downhill to that right hand where she's coming off the bench, really adding to this layer of the game.
12th year out of Notre Dame, completes the 3-point play. Wilson will take a seat. And this is Ty Harris with the handle down for Indiana. And Indy native giving it up to Cunningham. Now it's Mitchell. Mitchell. Shot clock winding down on Boston. Boston backing down Turner. Tough fade, short. And here comes Dana Evans. Missed the first part of the season due to a leg injury. Smith. Little bully ball inside, left it long.
And the length of all of the front court players are giving the paint points trouble in this game because you got Timpson that has length.
Yes.
You've got obviously Asia Wilson and Aaliyah Boston has caused problems with some shots, and so it's not easy just one-on-one in the post.
We had talked about this, how Indiana was going to be contending with the bigs for Las Vegas. One of the things you brought up is even though they may be undersized, whether you're talking about Timpson or a Billings, They have so much energy, activity, and understated strength.
They have so much energy and strength, but also they have a variety of ways they can play. They got Hines Allen coming in off the bench. You got Billings. That's a different type of style of post. You got Aaliyah Boston that can stretch the floor. So their front court might be undersized, but they can play different ways.
Mitchell, so elusive. Outside to Boston, the pump, the drive, and the finish.
And that is what the three-point shot unlocks. It unlocks easy baskets like that. Her adding to her game, shooting nearly 44% from three, allows her to get easy layups like that.
6 points for Boston. Gray, and that delivery inside broken up. Harris trying to beat the horn, off the mark. And
the Fever haven't been known for their defense this season, but they've defended the Aces well over the last 2 years.
And to your point, Aces shot just 35% from the floor in that first quarter. Evans starts the second quarter with a miss from deep. And here's Clark bringing it up the floor. Clark with just 2 points so far. Timpson to Boston. Handoff to Clark. Boston open for three.
And that right there, 44% from beyond the arc. The pick and roll, what your big does when your big can shoot, it does not allow the opponent to trap. And they're going to have to trap Kelsey Mitchell. They're going to have to trap Caitlin Clark. But this year, Aaliyah Boston shooting 44% from three.
First three of the ball game for Indiana. That's Gray, no good. And Boston will bring it up herself. Indiana by 5. This is the largest lead of the ball game. Clark looking to add to it. Little hezzy down the lane, flips it up and in.
And not settling against a mismatch. Melissa Smith was out on her beyond the arc, doing a great job of getting to the paint.
Lloyd got it back from Smith on an island with Boston. Toss over to Turner. Turner can't hit the baseline J. Harris pushing the tempo for the Fever. Clark in the lane, step back, and that is an extra step, a travel from Caitlin Clark. 5th turnover for Indiana.
Well, right here, the handoff. You want to put 2 on the ball with no rotation. Aaliyah Boston's going to make you pay. And then Caitlin Clark not settling for the step back 3, using a little hezzy, getting to the paint, and getting comfortable in this game. She's 2 of 6. She's working her way into this game, and she's doing great things on the offensive end.
She has 3 assists as well, 2nd in the WNBA in assists per game. This is Wilson from downtown. That rims out. Vegas has missed the last 6 shots. Clark on the move. Lane opened up. She decides to dump it off to Timpson. Boston now working on Lloyd. Tried to give it back to Timpson inside, and just 1 pass too many. 6 turnovers now for Indiana as Monique Billings will check back into the ball game.
And I understand that that's not going to show up in the stat sheet for A'ja Wilson, but that was an A'ja Wilson defensive play on that. I mean, to guard the ball, Caitlin doesn't want to shoot it because A'ja Wilson's there. Aaliyah drives, doesn't want to shoot it. I mean, it's just her impact on the court.
Smith, and that is a 3-second violation.
Wow, I thought it reset after. That was a quick 3 seconds.
See, she doesn't like the call. It's 3rd turnover for Las Vegas. Couple of substitutions. Kristen Bell in for the Aces. Lexi Hull back in for Indiana. And Jackie Young, who picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, back on the floor for the Aces. Clark. Toss outside. Boston for 3.
And right there, you run action away from someone. Normally low man is a guard, post player. We love helping and creeping into that basket, which leaves Aaliyah Boston wide open in the corner. 10-0 run for the Fever right here. Action away from the ball. Caitlin Clark draws 2. A'ja Wilson loves the block shots. Aaliyah Boston knocks it down in the corner. I mean, listen, sometimes you got to play post players on what their habits are. We're great help side. It's the bad thing. We're great help side with the three-point shooting.
Boston by herself has more three-pointers than the entire Aces roster so far. Evans inside Smith. No 3 seconds that time.
And that is what Becky Hammond is talking about. The ball just finds Smith. She has a great way of moving without it.
Indiana starting to heat up. Clark. Give and go. Clark off glass. Elite, elite, elite. She has 8 assists. Las Vegas has 7. Jackie Young knocking down the jumper. That's her first field goal of the ball game. We have 2:25 to go here in the second quarter.
And Vegas Aces are great at either extending leads or getting themselves back into ball games to end halves. So let's see what they can do going in right there. As
Young.
Jackie Young sees one go down, and then her eyes get big.
Named to the World Cup Team USA squad earlier, along with Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston. This is Kelsey Mitchell, wide right.
And if you're Vegas right here, you're looking to just get this to single digits. Can you get this to single digits going into as Jackie Young has gone on a run all by herself?
I don't know what was said in that huddle, but Jackie Young has come out shooting flames.
Right here, this is the matchup everybody wants to see. That little Euro over the top.
Special.
Stepping into the 3, Jackie Young possibly going on a 7-0 run all by herself. Agent Zero. Jackie Young gives the Aces some life.
Fever fans, please welcome to Gainbridge Fieldhouse our Indiana Pacer players, Braden Smith and Jalen Slauson.
WNBA on Prime is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. By Once Upon a Farm, farm fresh nutrition for babies to big kids, and by Ali, wellness that shows up for women. Jackie Young showing up for Las Vegas in the past few sequences, back to back to back hoops, and now an and one opportunity. Candace, she is up to 9 points and can get into double figures here with this free throw.
And that's what work is, right? You put in the work, you know the percentage will level off. She started off 0 for 5. You're not going to keep her down long. She got to her spot out of that timeout, and now she's getting the charity stripe with a, with a chance to put her team within 10.
And cutting what was once a 20-point lead for Indiana in half. Jackie Young on a personal 8-0 run. Mitchell. Clark. Poke away by Gray. Lloyd comes out of there with it. Young, pull up in the lane. Her hand is on fire right now.
A 12-0 run by Jackie Young right now.
And a foul called on Chelsea Gray. It's not on the shot attempt. It'll be a side out.
Watch this, Chelsea Gray, some of the best hands in the league. Can't play with the ball around her, and then stop on a dime. Nice pull-up, target practice right there.
What a turnaround for Jackie Young. As this lead is single digits. It remains that way after the Clark miss. Wilson the board, in the hands of the red-hot Young. Young down the lane. Young, 2 more!
Single-handedly has put the team on her back.
This has been unreal from Jackie Young. Under a minute now in the second. Mitchell, nice pass. Boston, good contest by Wilson, who clears it. Heat check opportunity once again for Young. Young is fouled on the floor. It's not on the shot. And it's going against Kelsey Mitchell. That's going to be her third.
Right here. Outlet. Get the ball to the hot hand. Just same foot, same hand layup. Getting down the floor. I mean, I don't know what was said to Jackie Young in that last timeout.
Something set her off.
Something set her off.
It was a shooting foul. And that's where her streak comes to a close. She scored 12 unanswered by herself and has one more free throw here. Again, this was a 20-point advantage for Indiana in the quarter, Candace.
Was it not 42-24 going into timeout? You talk about flipping a switch. The ability to flip a switch.
These are two elite squads. Mitchell swatted by Smith. Shot and game clock nearly identical, about a 1 second difference.
And guess what? The dangerous part for Indiana? A'ja Wilson has 4 points at halftime. So I'm sure she's going to wake up here in the second half.
Young getting shifty. Defended by Clark. Gave it up. Lloyd open. No good. Battle for the board. It's Smith. And she's blocked.
In the post to A'ja Wilson. That was a out of timeout play. Everyone knew they were going to bring help to A'ja Wilson. I mean, that gets you feeling good to start the half.
Miscommunication there. 10th turnover of the ball game for Indiana. Talbot can't make a pay on the other end. Hall with the board. Hall stops, pops, can't hit, and Young has the rebound. Smith going at Billings here, hits the turnaround.
And Smith has been the X factor in this season. Whether you know it or not, you understand that she has accepted her role, she is flourishing in her role, and she's playing off of A'ja Wilson better than anybody.
Clark can't stop the Aces run. It's an extended 19-0 run for Las Vegas. Young picks up the dribble. She'll get it back from Smith. Agent 0 versus Agent 0. Now the switch. Young, pull up over Clark. Goes glass.
Close that.
A lot of basketball left to be played. Wilson with the rejection. Leading the W in blocks. And it leads to Jackie Young down the lane. Jackie missing the layup.
And the easiest basket of the night. She doesn't go home for the superstar that has gone on a run by herself.
Indiana can exhale. Boston off the heel. Jackie had hit 7 straight shots before that miss. Picks up the dribble. And Billings playing the passing lane. Clark over the hole, wide open, and had a teal out of bounds. 11 turnovers for the Fever, and the turnovers have played a factor in this game going the opposite way. Indiana has shot well the entire ball game, but the miscues has worked in Las Vegas' favor.
Well, I think it takes you out of your rhythm with turnovers, and this is a young team, obviously, that is trying to find ways to make home run plays, but also take care of the ball in important parts of the game.
And now it's Las Vegas coughing it up. Inside, Timpson, and she traveled. There was contact, but the officials feel it was incidental.
Look right here, Caitlin Clark finding the rim runner. It didn't look like she traveled, even despite the contact.
Looked like a 1-2.
Looked like a 1-2. Awkward, but I don't know if that was a travel.
12th turnover for the Fever. 3 minutes gone by here in this third quarter. And both teams getting a little sloppy here. Smith falling out of bounds. Couldn't get it to Wilson. Bodies on the floor, and that is going to go against Alyssa Smith, undercutting Michaela Timpson.
right here. Timpson going after the loose ball. Alyssa, first man usually to the floor, gets the benefit of the doubt, but I think both teams right now, which team can rely on their half-court defense? Which team can come down and get stops and be able to settle their offense and get the looks that they want against an unset transition defense?
Clark, short. It goes out of bounds to Las Vegas. CP Indiana doesn't have a single point in the last 7+ minutes of action.
Well, this is the switch that Becky Hammon's talking about. It's really hard to guard a Vegas team in transition with your defense not set and then have to take the ball out and play against a half-court defense that has been at one point top of the league.
And another turnover. It's an offensive foul going against Alyssa Smith. That's going to be 3 fouls on Smith. And after a hot start to the period, Las Vegas has turned it over on 4 straight possessions. Clark going to force her way inside, draws the foul on Talbot. And so Clark will go to the line.
And that's a season bet. You come down, how do you get points on the board? Draw a foul, get to the charity stripe, get your defense set after you knock down these 2 free throws.
First points for Indiana since late second quarter as we take a look at the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Coming up next on Prime, Sparks Lynx. Tomorrow on Ion, Dream Mystics, Valkyries Wings. Saturday on CBS, these Aces versus the Lynx. And then on ABC, it's these Fever taking on the Sky. From all these games, go to WNBA.com or the WNBA app. Wilson, the pull-up, won't drop. Wilson stuck on 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. Clark, too strong, and Timpson last touches it.
And that was
Smith with 10 points, 5 rebounds. Vegas leading by 2. Young with 20 points, guarded by Mitchell. Now matched up with Clark. Pull up Jay, short, and Boston clears it. Clark over to Cunningham. And Clark with the left-handed discard of Chelsea Gray and picks up the offensive foul. Stephanie White just saw a replay.
right here. You see Clark give it a little chicken. I don't know. There was a little seasoned acting by Chelsea Gray on that play.
The midway mark of the third. Young over to Wilson and missed everything on that look. Wilson continuing to struggle from the floor. Is 2 for 11. 4 points, 7 rebounds for the reigning MVP. Gray. And they're going to adjust the clock. It was a kick on Cunningham. And so they'll need to reset the shot clock to 14. And there they do. It's been a remarkable turnaround in this ball game for Las Vegas. These are 2 championship contenders doing battle here in Indianapolis. Gray matched up with Cunningham. In the lane, Gray stepped through, blocked by Timpson, tapped over to Smith. Smith, no, tipped up and in by Lloyd.
There was a lot that happened on that possession. Alyssa Smith, again, being in the right position to clean up the second chance points, and then Jewel Lloyd just tapping it in. You don't block out on the backside. That's an opportunity for a guard to come in and get that.
Four-point advantage, free throw coming for Jewel Lloyd. There's some issue on the floor right now.
And to sit courtside and think you're protected because you've paid for your seat. Get out of here.
Back to live action as Lloyd couldn't complete the three-point play. It remains a 4-point advantage for Las Vegas. This is Mitchell trying to get cooking here. Working on Wilson. Good defense by Wilson. Mitchell got it back. Snatch back. Mitchell!
And that is why she is one of the hardest guards in the league. You put her on an island, nobody wants that matchup. I don't care if it is a post player, guard, it doesn't matter.
Makes it look easy. She has 12. Here's Young. Pull up over. Harris is money.
We're seeing a duel right now.
Yes.
We are seeing a duel right now. Jackie Young in her bag. She's back home. She knows the water. She's familiar with the people. This is home for Jackie Young.
Young with the steal. Young. Oh, Mitchell with the cookies. 2-on-2. Mitchell. Cash.
Give the ball back to Jackie. I want to see her go back at Kelsey.
Got free inside. It's her third field goal of the ball game. And first point since the opening quarter. Boston, toss up. Timpson bottled up. Wilson, easy rejection.
And Wilson guarding 2 on the backside right there.
Wilson makes the catch and goes down. And a blocking foul going against Boston. Boston may feel she was hooked on the play. That's going to be 4 fouls now. Or check that 3 on Aaliyah Boston.
Right here, I think Aaliyah is arguing at that left hand right here that Asia gave a little chicken wing, but that's a vet move right there.
Again, just the 3rd foul for Boston. Indiana electing not to challenge. Wilson again. Starting to settle into this ball game. 8 points. And this is the largest lead of the night for the Aces. Mitchell weaving around traffic, blocked by Turner. Young around a Wilson screen. Young lost it on the way up. And bumping with Jackie Young. Young thought it should go the other way. And Jackie Young is going to pick up her 3rd. And that was an ill-advised foul, as should be penalty in effect. Well, call it 4 fouls on Las Vegas. Scoreboard is off. Ty Harris. Around a Billings screen. Wants the mini. Off the mark. Wilson the board. Her 9th of the ball game.
I don't think we've talked about Vegas's defense since the Indiana Fever run. They've really locked up. They've really cleaned up all of the little mishaps in pick and roll and rotation, and they're getting stops in that half court.
Wilson. She's hit her last 2. Can't hit there. Turner comes out of there with it. Young has to beat the clock. Drew iron, but Timpson has the board. 90 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Harris. Now is Timpson going at Turner, and it's poked away by Turner out of bounds with 7 on the shot clock as Nalissa Smith checks back in for the Aces.
I've got to think that with this lineup in the game, Boston on the bench, Caitlin Clark on the bench, your offense has to run through Kelsey Mitchell.
This is Cunningham, can't hit the push shot. Cunningham 0 for 2. Evans down the lane. Evans double clutch, no. And ball on the floor. Cunningham picks it up and is fouled from behind by Smith. And that will lead to free throws. Smith just picked up her 4th.
Right here, loose ball. Melissa just going for the loose ball, picks up the foul, but what this does is it allows Indiana to get points, which is necessary. See the ball go through the rim in a quarter that they've only scored 7 points.
Friday nights for the NWSL on Prime. Gotham FC takes on the San Diego Wave in a can't-miss matchup tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime. Cunningham good at the line for her first points of the ball game. Las Vegas 54, Indiana 51. Young. Sizing up Mitchell. Rejects the screen. Over to Smith. Smith inside. Got it to go.
And those are difficult shots out of this pick and roll. Melissa Smith is making it look easy playing off her dynamic guards.
And Indiana won the first 2 matchups of this regular season series as Harris picks up the offensive foul. Both of those Indiana wins were in Las Vegas. This is the 3rd and final meeting between these 2 squads.
I mean, it's going the other way. That's a foul.
4-second difference between the shot game clock. Evans taking her time. Over to Young. Young penetrates, fires, can't hit. Scooped up by Lloyd. Evans in the lane. The runner won't go. Timpson the board, and that'll do it.
To the forefront here for Indiana since Vegas's run. I think learning to counter runs is a muscle.
And Wilson diving into the first row and making sure the fans are okay. That's the moment they'll remember. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the 4th quarter. Can Mitchell get heated up here? Lines up a tray, bottoms.
And that's what you do. You give the ball to Kelsey Mitchell in the half court and let horror be in play action.
6-point game. Got a lot of time left in this one. Whistle blows.
If she knocks down this next free throw.
It speaks to the psychology of the game, because if the scoreboard was off, and we saw what Las Vegas has been doing since late in that 2nd quarter, it could be demoralizing. But as you said, you look at the scoreboard, and we have a 2-possession ball game with 5:35 to go. Wilson. And now it's Young. And they are putting bodies on Jackie Young. Outside to Gray. And it's an offensive foul. Asia Wilson. It's just her first, as Cunningham got the worst of that.
Right here, they're trapping pick and rolls. Sophie Cunningham there on the catch. Those are the hustle plays that allow your team to start to feel good to get back into this game.
Mitchell getting back to work. Slings a pass. Boston! Pass ahead to Wilson. Wilson waits on Smith. Smith didn't have the angle. Timpson with the strong board, but threw it behind Kelsey Mitchell.
What a block by Timpson. We've seen Timpson get glass this year. Right here, Aaliyah Boston, smart to go hands up. Right here, rebound. Excuse me, rebound by Timpson. Just that type of athleticism. To be young, great.
Her activity's a game changer. Under 5 to go. Clutch game here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Dump off. Wilson can't hit. Boston the board. Las Vegas 64, Indiana 62. Indiana run. Mitchell under the hoop. Reverse won't go. Young pushes ahead. Fires. Can't hit. Clark the rebound.
And right here, if you're Indiana, you want to play with pace in 30 minutes today.
Amnesia, a big part of greatness. Here's Jackie Young around the Wilson screen. Wilson got it back. Puts it in.
And clearing out the backside for your 4-time MVP.
Clark. Cross. Boston for 3. Wilson going to work, tries to split the D and is fouled.
Right
Clark
here.
picking up the foul.
Jackie Young, little pocket pass. You clear out the backside. Asia Wilson gets to that left hand, and then right here, you just get the ball, goes through 2 after scoring on the last possession.
We have not seen a challenge in this ball game as Wilson knocks down the first. She has 13 points, 9 rebounds.
You thought Indiana should have challenged that last play? Is that why you were?
No, it was just, you know, it was a lot
They
of,
were not going to win that challenge. They were not going to win that challenge.
We haven't seen a lot of finger twirling in this one either, so
There hasn't been time to. There's been so much pace.
Oh, nice pass. Mitchell fouled by Wilson. And Mitchell's going to go to the line. Mitchell had at least 10 free throw attempts in each of the first 2 meetings between these two teams.
This is why it's so hard to guard Kelsey Mitchell. You want to keep the ball out of her hands and keep her from catching. But you also have a post player that can flash up off of the denial and get her going downhill to the lane where she scores over 9 points per game in the paint.
Straight games with 20 points for Kelsey Mitchell, matching Asia Wilson for the WNBA record. She is a professional scorer. Clark! Oh, green lights to the rim.
Indiana playing a little timely defense on that play. You float the ball out there, Caitlin sniffing it out, getting an easy fast break point.
What a ball game. A vertigo-inducing back-and-forth affair. Pocket pass. Wilson, pull-up, target practice.
And they have gone back to back to back on that clear outside. I want to see what Indiana's going to do to adjust. Do you leave a player there in help side and maybe rely on the backside to guard the strong side corner? But you got to do something. You can't allow Aaliyah to play one-on-one or be able to get timely stops.
Approaching 2 minutes to go here in the fourth. Wilson looking at Cutters, gives it up to Gray. And tossed inside, turned over.
Indiana breaking up that play that Vegas ran out of the half.
Clark, bullseye!
Man, shooters are ridiculous. 0 for 6 and now 2 of her last 2. You just gotta see it go in it.
Does Young have an answer? Nice cross, pull up Jay, won't drop. Wilson in traffic, couldn't put it in. Ball on the floor, and we have is it a tie-up? No, timeout, Las Vegas. They'll be left with 1 timeout remaining. Both teams with a foul to give as well. 1:26 to go in regulation. And how about Clark?
Again, right here, if you're not up to touch, if you allow her especially to come off to that left hand, that is like a modern day layup for Caitlin Clark right here. Just too easy. Able to set her feet, knock it down for her second tray of the day. There have been ups and downs in this game, but it's which team is going to make the timely offensive play, right? And which team is going to step up and use their half-court defense to get a stop. And I think that's why Becky Hammond called this timeout, to allow her team to settle in, get a look, draw up something where they're comfortable.
We're seeing some special talent in this ball game. Again, 5 members of the newly announced Team USA World Cup squad. Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, Chelsea Gray, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston.
And the last name that you mentioned, Aaliyah Boston, had an outstanding first half. But I want to talk about Aaliyah Boston's defense on Asia Wilson. We talked about this in a pregame, just in terms of her holding Asia Wilson to 43% in head-to-head matchups. The last 4 seasons that Aaliyah has been in the league, I mean, that's not talked about enough. And for her to be mentioned in that Defensive Player of the Year, I think obviously Indiana Fever as a team have to step their defense up. They're 9th right now in the league, but Aaliyah has been that anchor. She's that glue, as Coach White talked about before the game, in getting stops on that end.
And they're going to need her in these final 126. Indiana 72, Las Vegas 70. Inbound to Lloyd. Lloyd lost her balance and threw it away.
And Becky Hammond pumps her fist in the air, frustrated. That is a burn timeout that you might need later. Cannot turn the ball over in this situation.
Clark, sidestep 3. Off the mark, Wilson got up for the Bull. Young, bumped by Clark, on the drive, step through, toss over to Wilson. Wilson in the lane, fouled. 1-point game, massive free throw here.
And Fever lose their timeout and now have
Great point.
0 timeouts for the remainder of this game.
Las Vegas has a foul to give. Tied up at 72. Drama here in Indianapolis. Clark picked up the dribble. Over to Boston. Boston working on Smith. Turns inside. Short hook won't go. Got it back! Boston inside for 2.
And what a luxury to have a post player, as there seemed like there was some extra stuff.
It's a reset timeout.
Out of that timeout, Aaliyah Boston getting upset, but having a post player that can play out of the pocket right there. She can distribute, but she can also call her own number.
Lexi Hull coming in for defense. Caitlin Clark taking a seat with 30.5 remaining. Indiana 74, Las Vegas 72. Inbound to Wilson.
Vegas going small right here.
Wilson, scoop shot won't go. Shot and game clock nearly identical. Again, Aces with the foul to give. Timpson to Cunningham. They're chewing clock. Pass over to Boston. They're playing keep away, and there's the foul by Gray. That's the foul to give.
Vegas obviously missing on that layup right there. Aaliyah Boston getting it back, putting it in, and then if you're Vegas, you live with the ball in Asia Wilson's hands. I don't care what she's shooting from the field. You live with these type of decisions. Aaliyah Boston doing a great job contesting without fouling.
And there is a quick foul. Contact between Jackie Young and Kelsey Mitchell. Officials are conferring. And they're going to review this.
Well, there were like 4, 5, 6 fingers waving in the air to review this.
At the moment, it's just a personal foul on Jackie Young. Indiana, second best free throw shooting team in the WNBA.
Right here, you see Kelsey Mitchell knowing that they're going to foul. I don't think there was anything malicious, but I'm 0 for 1 on decision making in this game. Right here, looked like they just got caught up. I think it's a play on.
Another look at it. And hand on the shoulder. Couldn't tell if there was contact to the face. Kelsey Mitchell, an 86% free throw shooter on the year.
Looked like Jackie Young was going to try to wrap her up, and Kelsey Mitchell took a dribble. I mean, good luck guarding Kelsey Mitchell. It's a tough task.
Don't forget, coming up next, it's the Sparks taking on the Lynx. The Lynx, #1 team in the W, hottest team in the W. Lisa Bynington, Cynthia Cooper, and Morgan Reagan on the call.
And if you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen Olivia Miles play.
And Roy Gobert telling us and the crowd it's a common foul, does not meet the criteria for a flagrant. And so big free throws coming up for Kelsey Mitchell to try to make it a 2-possession ball game. She has 20 points tonight. And as we mentioned earlier, she scored 20 now in 15 straight games, matching Asia Wilson for the WNBA record. Left it short, and Turner out of bounds. Crisis averted for Indiana.
Right there is blocking out, coming up with rebounds.
Cunningham into Clark.
Miss by Kelsey Mitchell. She doesn't miss free throws.
No.
Right here, you see this right here. Being able to come down with the rebound.
Oh, did she?
Did look
Turner
like
land?
she might have.
Did she land here?
Oh my goodness. I think that might have been clean.
That was clean. That was clean.
That might have been clean.
Clark missing on the first.
The Fever are making it interesting here to close this game in the last 10 seconds.
Clark missed both. Battle for the board. Here's Gray, and a timeout called by Becky Hammond. That is a classic ball don't lie if you've ever seen one. 4.8 remaining, 75-72.
3 straight free throw misses by Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlin Clark.
The last 2 you would expect to miss at the line. And it gives Las Vegas hope with less than 5 seconds remaining.
My question is, does Stephanie White tell her group to foul? Because this is Becky Hammond's element right here. If you talk about having in-the-game plays in your back pocket and then 4 or 5 more, this is what Becky Hammond lives for. Do you try to foul to not allow them to get a 3-point attempt up? You've got Chelsea Gray in the mix that's shooting 40% from 3. You got Jackie Young at 38%. Dana Evans back 33. You got Asia Wilson that's shooting 45%. Jewel Lloyd 35. So where does Becky Hammond go for the 3?
What a battle here tonight. This could be a playoff preview. Aces right now, second best record in the W. Indiana currently in that 5 spot. 4.8 to go. Stephanie Talbot to inbound for Las Vegas. And toss ahead nearly thrown away. Gray, an opportunity.